Careful if you're headed for Pilgrim's Perch, friend. The hallowed sentinels don't welcome everyone. Not even a faithful pilgrim who's crossed countless miles of land and sea to join them. All I wanted was to serve the divine judge cleric, but they deemed me unworthy and chased me off. What's a poor, rejected disciple to do now, I ask you? I gave away most of what little I owned before I left Perdam. But if you've got some traveling of your own to do, then here, take this. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's been a dependable companion to me. It's a harsh wind that blows in Mornstead, but a tree that doesn't bend breaks, I suppose. Apologies for the dour mood you found me in when last we met, but I've perked up since then. Found myself a new purpose, at least something to keep me occupied while in Mornstead. I'm going to be a traveling merchant. Please, peruse my wares. Hopefully you'll see something of interest. Some might use the word scavenger, true, but that sounds somewhat judgmental, don't you think? I'm just putting to use that which has been discarded. You could even say that there's a sort of nobility in it. Well, perhaps just a little. Hello again, friend. I intended to see if the ones who inhabit this swamp might be potential customers, but they seem quite focused on heads, including the removal of them. So, I thought it best to keep my distance, in case they took a liking to mine. Not that many ever have with this face, huh? It's an odd light that burns in your lamp, friend. Of course, in the darkest moments, the only light you ever really need is the light of Aureus. He watches over his followers. He just does so in curious ways sometimes, that's all. Hello again, friend.
Redemption.
I've never been to. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Perdamish Crusades, and there was one about what the Dark Crusaders did to every man, woman, and child in one small village. That left an impression. They may worship Aureus, but it's clear as day why Judge Cleric parted ways with the Church of Orien Radiance. I've never been too fond. My grandfather used to tell, and there was one to every. That. I was aware of it, of course, but I'd never seen snow before coming here. It's beautiful and cold. I've been hearing tell of this Umbral Lampbearer mission in my wanderings. It sounds simply harrowing. A burden like that. All that pain and death with no respite or reward in sight. It makes me wonder what sort of person you would have to be to, well, bear it. I may have been branded a failure, but See how Judge Cleric has guided me to this sacred path after all. So many brave, fallen, hallowed sentinels. So much sacrifice, yet we can take comfort in the knowledge they were rewarded for their faith. Life itself is a long and winding path, and sometimes you carry much, sometimes nothing at all. But the most important things are those you carry inside, and they are always with you. So, this is where those men more deserving than I dwell, in the divine light of Judge Cleric's grace. It's quite something, isn't it? The sights, the sounds, the smells. This abbey, before Judge Cleric declared it the hallowed sentinel's new home and sanctified it to take a mundane thing and transform it into something magnificent and holy, is miraculous indeed. I may not be wise, but one thing I have learned is that you never really know what life's going to throw at you. So, I hope you'll consider this friendly advice, not me thinking of my own profit. If there's anything amongst my merchandise that you've had your eye on, perhaps you should consider buying it now, just to be certain. Hello?